So it is absolutely freezing in my dorm, so that stays on until deemed otherwise. Cool? Cool. Alright, so I just finished Elementary, which is the US adaptation of Sherlock, and I have some thoughts. So I'm going to do what any American does, is I'm going to state my thoughts and everyone's going to listen. Or you can just click the next tab over and X out of my video and go somewhere else, which is totally fine. I'm just going to ramble and damble and frolic. So yeah, okay. So, I guess the title of the video will hopefully be Sherlock versus Elementary, because I want to talk about the two shows, but first I want to talk about Elementary, then we'll get to Sherlock, and then we'll combine the two into one slushy and surf it down. Yum. Elementary, just finished it. I think it's pretty interesting. I had some reserves about it. It started off last fall, and I'm behind on it. I know. I'm living at college and I don't have a TV here. Now, well actually I do have a TV, but it's my roommate's TV and I don't feel like watching it, and I probably don't even get the channel it comes on. So, and when I go home, I can't really watch the TV because there's other people who want to watch the TV. So I didn't get to watch it, and now I did. I have to say, I definitely enjoyed it. It took me a few episodes. I think by episode 4, I was like, okay, I think I can handle this. This is not Sherlock. We're not over in London. There's no Benedict Cumberbatch, no Martin Freeman. I think I got it. I think I'm one with the show now. And I was fine. And with each episode I watched, I fell in love with it a little bit more. Is it my absolute favorite adaptation of Sherlock? No. The BBC is. But that's a completely different issue. We're not going to talk about that. But it was a good show and I respect it and I thought they did a good job. And I need the next episode, please. I think it comes out on the 30th. Not soon enough. I don't care if it's 2 days away. I need it now. Like, I need season 3 now of Sherlock. But they start filming that in March, and I don't get that probably until 2014. So I'm not gonna go there. Right. Watch the show. It was very good. Several differences that some of them didn't bug me at all. I mean, obviously with Elementary takes place in New York, not London, which is, at first was a little weird, but then I realized New York is basically our London, or London is basically like New York. Fact is, it's a very busy city, lots of people moving around, lots of people committing crimes, so Sherlock just goes from one crime city to the next. The second biggest difference was in Elementary, Watson is a girl, played by Lucy Liu. And she did an excellent job. I thought she did good. It took me a little bit to start liking her character, simply because I wasn't used to a female Watson. But I did get over it, and I thought she did a good job. So that was kind of one of the biggest, the female Watson, New York. And then I think the third, slightly major, I mean it's not really that major, is from what I've heard, and mind you, I've watched about 11 episodes in 2 days. So if I'm missing something, it's just hasn't settled yet. One thing I did notice, like unlike Sherlock, Elementary, Watson was just a doctor. She was not a soldier. So how she came in, she wasn't looking for a flat. She was actually hired to take care of Sherlock. And there's also another biggest thing is in Elementary, Sherlock's drug problem plays a huge part of the show. Where in the beginning of the season, he's just come out of rehab. I don't know, he broke out of rehab. Of course he would. Sherlock doesn't just go out when he's supposed to. No. He waltzes out because he's Sherlock and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. So that in Elementary, Joanne is his sober companion, which, from what they keep telling me over and over again, basically to make sure you don't fall off the bandwagon again. And the first 3 episodes, I thought she was kind of obnoxious with that, constantly checking, constantly, supervising. And then one of my friends said, well, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what sober companions are supposed to be, constantly on you. And then everything was fine after that. I think they mentioned briefly about his he gets a drug bust once when they're trying to find information, or and the Strad and the crew was trying to find some evidence. And that's just kind of it. It's just the end. While in Elementary, they bring it up over and over and over and over and over and over again. Especially the first, yeah, definitely first 3 episodes was like testing. Are you you need to check in every 2 hours, blah 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 blah. But by like episode 10, it wasn't a big deal. It was still a very big deal because it's still Watson still had to drag Sherlock to the meetings. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I guess one of the you know, with it being in going back to location, with it being in New York, there's no 221B Baker Street, which made me very sad because that's where he lives. And unless I'm wrong, unless it is on the park name, I've never heard him say 221B Baker Street, or heard them get to see it in the show. But as I said, I watched 11 episodes in the last 2 days, so I could easily have just missed it. That is very possible. And also with no 221B Baker Street, we don't have any Mrs. Hudson. That makes me very sad. I like her. She's a quirky old lady, and I just love her. And I'm sad she's not in elementary. But I hope she does show up at some point in some other form. And I'll probably reject that form because I love her in the BBC. But I'll just have to get over that, won't I? Oh, one of the other things I thought was, I'm actually really glad they did this, was that in the elementary version, we still have a Lestrade, even though we don't have a Hudson. But in the elementary, he's from New York. He was visiting over in London. But I'm glad they did have him, because the 3 main characters of the good guys you need whenever you're dealing with Sherlock is obviously Sherlock, Watson, and then Lestrade. So I was glad he was there. No Anderson, thank God. Nobody likes Anderson. I just realized I forgot a character. Irene Adler, who is known as the woman in Sherlock. She actually has her own episode. Why is it that we always look up at the ceiling when we're trying to remember something? The ceiling doesn't have the answer. Yes, scandal and something. I don't remember them. She's a whole episode in Sherlock, and where actually at one point we think she's dead, then she's not, but in elementary she is dead. Confirmed dead. She was brutally murdered. Apparently by morality. So that's one of the also key differences, which also apparently her death is what sent Sherlock into a drug spiraling down pitfall of not goodness in elementary. You know what? I can't think of any more differences. There probably is a lot more I'm missing, but those are the really ones that just pop out of. I made a list. See? List. And this is my list. I can't think of anything else. There's probably some other ones, but that's not really important. They're both great shows. I love them. You should go watch both of them if you haven't. I actually converted some of my family members to Sherlock. Maybe I can convert them a little bit to elementary. Probably not, though. Wish me luck. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go. That was it. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you'd like to, or not. Anywho, bye.